Today we're checking out 5 things you should know before moving to Redondo Beach. What's up everybody, Shane Inman here, local real estate agent in Southern California, helping families move here, specifically to the South Bay. So if you're someone looking to move to the area, feel free to reach out, call, text, or email me. It's never too early to get started in your search. So today we're looking at Redondo Beach and 5 things you're gonna wanna know before you move here. And so the first thing to know about Redondo Beach is something that comes up a lot, and that is that a townhome may not be what you expect it to be. What I mean is here you have condos and townhomes and single family residences and duplexes and quadruplexes, and you've got a variety of styles of homes. And for many people, I hear people say, I don't want to live in a townhome or a condo, I want a single family residence with a yard and just a traditional style home. And so that may be the case and that may work for you. There are those options, but depending on your price range, you could end up with a townhome that actually fits what you're looking for. For instance, if you're somebody looking for a larger interior square footage and you're not necessarily like, oh, I need to have a really big backyard, then a townhome might actually give you more square footage on the interior. And the thing about the townhomes in Redondo Beach is oftentimes they're 2 or 3 on a lot. So maybe you're sharing a lot with just one neighbor, and maybe you have a split bills on the landscaper, and that's it. But because I hear a lot of times people are like, oh, I don't want an HOA. Well, you may not have a big HOA payment, and it may just be, let's split the utilities exterior, and maybe you don't even have any shared walls. Yes, there are some that do have shared walls, but there are also some that are completely standalone, separate unit. If you're somebody looking for bigger space and maybe a big backyard isn't as much of an importance, that could be an option. If a yard is still important, there are still townhomes that have the back unit maybe has a smaller backyard to it. Front unit would probably just have the front yard that is more open to the public. So if you're somebody that's not like, hey, I need a really big backyard, but I want a lot of interior space, a townhome in Redondo Beach might be your best option. Are you thinking of moving to the South Bay? Then you're gonna want our relocation guide. So click the link in the description to download that for free, and you'll have everything you need to know before moving here. And the next thing to know about Redondo Beach is there's a kind of a separation of North Redondo and South Redondo, and did a whole video on this on my channel, so feel free to check that out, North Redondo versus South Redondo. But it's just good to know the characteristics. So if you're somebody that needs to commute into the city, North Redondo might be a better option for you just because it's a little bit closer to the freeways. If you're somebody that just wants to be able to walk to the beach and the shops, then South Redondo might be a better option to you. So yeah, just little different styles of living within North Redondo and South Redondo just based on the way they splay out along the city. So check that out and figure out what's the better option for you. Another thing to know about Redondo Beach is they have one high school, Redondo Union High School, and all the feeder schools that feed into that. So if you're somebody that's used to having multiple options for a high school for your kids, and there are people that just want a little variation in how they go through schools, but Redondo Union High School is the one high school in Redondo Beach. And so do your research on that and see if that is the right fit for your school choice. All right, and this next part of Redondo Beach is a little different. Something you might not think about is that there are bugs, and there's bugs everywhere all across the US. You're gonna come up with different bugs that are more prevalent. We don't have like fireflies or things like that here, but we've got all the typical ones, ants and crickets. And one thing that I think is a little bit different is termites. So I recommend you should always try to get a termite inspection when you're going through and purchasing a home. That's really common here. You'll see homes getting tented around the neighborhood. So it is a procedure that happens often just because you're closer to the beach, and so there are more termites, especially as the weather's change. You see them come out of the woodworks literally. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. But the traditional type of bugs you see here, we do have. I don't get a lot of like mosquito bites or anything like that, but there are just a variety of different types of bugs throughout the area. Hey guys, so as much as I love making these videos, what I really like even more is helping families move here. So if you are thinking of moving to the area, I would love to help you get started in your search, and my contact info is on the screen or down in the description down below. Feel free to reach out anytime, call, text, or email. Remember, it's never too early to get started in your home search. All right, and the last thing that you should know before moving to Redondo Beach is a big one. And if you've done some research on Redondo Beach, you probably already know this. It's an expensive area to live. So, like as I mentioned before, there are different options from condos and townhomes and single family residences and homes that are built up high with amazing ocean views and homes that are built down low that are walk to the beach. And then there's homes that are tucked away in smaller neighborhoods and, like I said, condos and townhomes. So there's a variety of living areas and styles. So the chances are there is an option for you, but check out if that is within your price range, and I'd be happy to help you look at different homes and see what's a good option for you. Just feel free to reach out and we can get started. That is Redondo Beach, and I hope that gave you some insights before moving here.